Hey, welcome in. Today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to make a chapel slash wedding venue. Now, here's the deal. I built this earlier today. Well, okay, backtrack. Me and my computer have had it out for each other today. Apparently, I haven't had it out for my computer, but it wants to be all willy-nilly mad at me or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't understand what happened, but I went to work this morning because I work remotely, so I use my computer for work. Nice. Um, Turned my computer on, and lo and behold, my second screen is not working. Nope, doesn't want to work, doesn't like me or something or another along those effects. Incredibly not nice of this computer to do that to me. I baby it. It is one of my babies. I have 3 children, 2 kids that I, had, and my computer because it's important. Not only do I get to play games on it, but I use it for work. With that being said, I did some things to try and figure out, hey, what's going on? Why is my screen not working? All the basic stuff, plugging and unplugging, all that jazz. And then I was like, well, let me look up online and see what people are saying, what I can do. Ended up finding that my graphics card was not functioning properly and proceeded to try and figure out what was going on and what I needed to do to fix that problem. Well, I was told that I should uninstall my driver and reinstall it. Also, the sizing of these may be off. I'm just kind of pretty much just doing what I did earlier. I was told, hey, uninstall your driver. So I did. Then I didn't know how to reinstall it. I'm sorry if you're sitting here and you're like, what in the world are you doing touching a computer if you don't know what to do? Sometimes you just have to figure it out on your own. And at that point, I figured out that I shouldn't uninstall things if I don't know where to find them again. Eventually, I found something that was like, hey, you can do a recovery. So I'm like, nice recovery update. What can we do to recover this mess that I have made? Did the recovery update. And at that point, thankfully, everything came back and worked the way it was supposed to. Long story short, don't touch your computer if you don't know what you're doing, because that was me today, touching my computer when I don't know what I'm doing. But in my panic, I was supposed to be working and, I'd like to work. Work is good. We like work, right? I like to make money. When you can't work, you can't make money. I also really like my job. I enjoy it thoroughly. But then because I had messed around, I'm guessing something messed up with my OBS because I proceeded to build this beautiful chapel, get to the point where I was almost done with it because 2 hours later, right? Get to that point, almost done. And then I look over at my screen because, I had been recording for a while and my screen is super big. I've basically only been recording a quarter of my screen the entire time. This entire build. That's all I've done is just, record a quarter of my screen. I went back and looked to just make sure that it was all of them. And it was all the videos I took because I have things I have to do. Unfortunately, I can't sit here and just build and build and build, even though I'd love to. I have small children and, have to do the mom life thing. So, well, it's a blessing. Don't get me wrong. But I will get up occasionally and go do things. Okay, more than occasionally. I will get up and go do things though, because I'm a mom and I have to get up and go handle business. And even right now, I had to go put the kids to bed so that I could come here and record this video. Just one of those things. I don't even know where I was going with that, actually. I lost my train of thought. But basically, I figured I already know what I'm doing for the most part. Let's get in here and just finish this build. Start from scratch. You can follow along with me and we'll get this build taken care of because it's cute. And I really like the way it was going and turning out. And I definitely want to continue on. My thought for this build was that it would be this really cute little chapel, just somewhere you'd be like, oh yes, you'd have dreams of getting married here because it's just so beautiful. This building is really just my way of celebrating Lovestruck. Your Sims are dating, they need to get married, and this will be the perfect place for them to come get married. I'm going to be a little bit of all over the place because I'm just thinking of things that I need and want. I love these lone candle in the hall from My Wedding Stories. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. A perfect little accent light to light this banquet hall up in the night. And now it looks a little empty. It will change, obviously. We've got a lot to do in this build, but we're going to start off by going to the wedding venue items tab because I do have this as a wedding venue. We're going to look at the wedding venue items and go through this. Now, first off, I'd like to lay down the petal-lined wedding aisle in medium. And then we're going to get an arch. Now, there is a base game arch that I actually really love for this. There's some really great arches, and I don't know that this would be like my first pick in all the arches if I had to pick a favorite, but I went with a very beautiful red and gold theme in here. I just really like the way it looks. And because I like the way it looks, you know I'm going to use it. I put a little buffet table right here, and we're going to add in some flowers and candles. There's this gorgeous Flame of Love candlestick. I think it's so cute, and I use it a lot on the tables. I just think it's so pretty. And then we're going to use this little tabletop bouquet. I'm going to change it to the red swatch, and boom, I just love, super happy with that. Now over on this side, we're going to add in a piano, and not just any piano, but we're adding in this gorgeous swooning grand piano because it is gorgeous. I love this piano, nothing to say. It's so pretty. Because we're right here, I want to go ahead and put the bar outside in the little banquet area, and let's add in our table. This pretty little Fenwick banquet table from My Wedding Stories. Love. I think it's super gorgeous. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take two of them and I'll place them together just so they barely touch. And then let's add some chairs. I like the thought of these little fold-up chairs because it seems like something that you would have out, use for your wedding or for whatever event. And then you're going to fold it and put it away because, as you can tell, this little building off to the side is very out and open. So you're really going to want to be able to put it away if you need to put it away. And of course, as always, I will play test this and we'll get it figured out if it works the way it needs to work before I put it on the gallery. We're going to take this little follow the flowery follow the flowery road, flowery. Wow. You know, when you just keep saying something and you keep saying it and it does nobody any good. And we're also going to use it in here, but we are going to use it in more of a subdued color because we're going to put it as a runner for your bridal party to walk down. Then we're going to go ahead and get some curtains in here. And I like these gold ones. I'm going very golden red in here. I've already said it. It is true. It is what I'm doing. You know what? Let's bring these windows. I'm going to end up glitching this out with too many windows, but I love a good window. We might just play around with that and see how that works. I just like the way it looks, and we're putting the curtains kind of in the middle of the windows. They don't stretch completely to the wall, but I think that that's okay. So we did the folding ones outside. Inside, we're going to do the flowered and woven with love. We're just going to do rows with 2 chairs each. I left it a little wonky right here because you've got to obviously have room for your pianist to play, and that's fine, you know. Actually, I might move them back. Maybe we don't need this many family members. Get out of here. We don't need you here. Could probably move them back a little bit. Crowd the pianist. It'll be fine. No one's going to really crowd the pianist. They'll be good. Yeah, that feels better. I'd like to get this rug, the Nom de Plume Antique rug, and get this nice soft beigey color. And we're going to put it underneath our pianist. Under wall decorations, there's those signs of love from My Wedding Stories. And it's this beautiful little scrolled heart in red and gold, which totally fits the theme. So we're going with it. Also, if it doesn't trip it out too much, what I'd like to do, I put these little chandeliers here, but I don't feel like they light up as much as I'd like them to. So I like to come in here and add a little extra lighting, and it just brightens everything up just a little bit. We're going to come in here, put them in the bathrooms. That's right, bathrooms. And then I'd like a little chandelier in here as well in the main hall. Getting back to the wedding items, we want to use the Love Ain't Always easel and put this easel right here to signify who is getting married. We're going to do some antique toilets. This bathroom might be a little dark and I may change it. I hadn't gotten that far. I had put this wallpaper in when I was doing the build earlier, but I hadn't actually decided if it was going to stay or not. You know what I mean? We're going to use the new Lovestruck mirror. Super cute. Okay, the golds kind of match. I do think it's a little dark in here. So like I said, we probably will go ahead and fix that. But for now, it's fine. In here, I definitely want some sort of rug to take up this space. I'm not loving the color, but the size and the scroll work makes me happy. I don't want the pink either, so let's game plan again. Now this is pretty and fits the theme. It's a little out there if I'm honest. That's better. Okay, I like that. You know what? Maybe we can add more seats, not to try and crowd out the pianist, but what if we crowd out the pianist a little bit? She be fine, he be fine, they be fine. They're gonna be fine. Then we can come in here and grab more of these chairs and boom, what a wedding party. All right, now I told you that I use these candles everywhere because I do. They make a perfect centerpiece. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to go in here. I did have this different earlier, but I really like these. I think they're super pretty. They are tall. It is just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, tall centerpieces are it. They are hot. You don't need to see who's in front of you. We obviously have this little bit of a gap here. I'm going to take this, move it here, grab my scepter of flowers, put it on the table. Then I'm going to put it right there. That actually snapped really nice. I don't even know what it snapped to. And then put that right here. Boom. Perfect. A little wonky, but we're not going to judge it because, you know, I think it's fine. I think it looks great. Perfect centerpiece. Okay. Everything in here is looking good. We're going to come in. We definitely need more plants in this area. Something in here would be nice. Could we do another one of these? Ooh, it's a little big. But that reminds me that I wanted to change these into the red. Gorgeous. I'm loving this. I almost like bopped the McDonald's and JT, that whole thing. That almost came out of my mouth. So we're just going to push past this. We're just putting columns everywhere because columns make a build. They just finish it off in such a way. It's beautiful, honestly. Okay. And then I'm going to have to fix all my stuff, but I'd like to take a really dark wood and just boom, love that. Also, I know that these things clip, but they don't when you're in game. So I'm good with them clipping a little bit now because the in-game appearance of it is great. It's fine. Totally cool. I just want a little something. I think that would look really nice. Just a little flowers. It's Lovestruck. I'm really liking the pack. I do really like a lot of the build items. Hopefully this doesn't look too weird. Obviously that's the bathroom, but I don't want to put another window in there. I don't think it's necessary. I think I'm good with it. Okay, so here are my two buildings. Oh, you know what? A little weird on that side. Okay, we're missing this. I liked having it on both sides. And these are my wedding stories windows. They are the stained glass, but we're just using them in a plain swatch. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Okay. These little lanterns have a gold and red swatch, and I just think they're super cute, and they look great lining the walkway. Now, obviously, they're identical. You'll just have to pay no mind to that. We're going to need to raise this up on a little bit of a foundation, not a big one. Also, am I crazy that Did I miss something? When I raise this up on a foundation, this doesn't go up on a foundation? Is that new? Like, my brain is boggled. Has that always been a thing? I don't think so. I think that's new. I don't, like, in all of the hubbaloo all the stuff talking about all the new things, I don't remember this being a thing talked about. And yes, I did not read the patch notes. We'll just get over it. But that's cool. I'm loving that because you just never know when you need to have different heights on things. That needs to change though. I absolutely hate how that slides things over. It's so rude. Before we get outside, we're going to go ahead and do last minute details in the bathroom. I did change up the wallpaper. It's fine. I'm not like in love with it per se, but it works. And it's a bathroom, so it's fine that you don't take like a lot of extra stock in it. Sometimes just a plain bathroom that is playable is all you need. We're going to put a medicine cabinet in here. Not that you would have a medicine cabinet in a venue, but once again, it's fine. Don't think about it too much. A little star ring hand towel holder. Or should we do the clamshell? Let's do the shell, actually. Or we could just, mix and match. I'm pretty much done with everything inside. What I'd like to do is go ahead and figure out what's going to go over here. So what I had originally, the Garden of Romance fountain. I thought that was really pretty. Just to put a little fountain on the side helps balance this out a little bit because obviously over here, this is where you're getting married. You have your bathrooms. Over here is where you're going to have your reception, celebrate, drink. I thought about putting a dance floor out here. I haven't decided what that would look like. But for now, I think we're going to do this pretty fountain and then the love is in the air seats. So we are going to get some monkey bars out here. Even then, you have a wedding, your kids, like, send them over there. Have them get that energy out so you can take them home and get them to bed. What's really going to bring this together is some terrain paint and landscaping. And I'm only playing this up a little bit. Pull up any more, it's going to go through the roof. So, boom. When they won't let you have a trim because it's not 2 stories, what I like to do is if you go into roof trims, you go into the square roof trim, grab your trim, and it will kind of cheat and let you put a trim. I don't want to put it right there because I want that to blend out seamlessly with the window, but it just adds a little definition. Sometimes you need it. And that is my trick for you today. Have a great day. See you next fall. I'm just kidding. Do we need that? No. Ideally, I wish it came in that dark brown because I do think it's pretty, but I don't want a white trim. And I don't want black trim either. It would be so pretty in dark brown. You know what I mean? Like, that would be gorgeous. I'm not going to wait for another day. That's some pretty trim. I do love a good roof trim. Why did horse ranch? No horse ranch chosen. Horse ranch? Okay. What? That was weird. Oh, it's a swatch that came with horse ranch. Wow. Okay. But I don't want the light one. I want the dark one. That's rude. All right. I kind of like that. That's fine. All right. Let's get into some terrain paint. I love that terrain paint can just really bring it together. I'm going to bring my bulbous up for my terrain paint and create a really nice just circle. Okay. And then I can bring the softness in and just kind of click around. I like the click around. I feel like I have more control. It's probably all in my head, but kind of soften out the edges after I've made that initial circle. Then we're going to make your circle smaller and create pathways. I want everything to connect. I want you to be able to walk from one side of the venue to the other. And I like to take this slow and just make sure everything's looking the way I want. I will come back in, thicken these lines, and add in some detailing because right now, obviously, it is all very one note. But I'll go back in with different colors of dirt and try and create more texture, definition, and variance. Because obviously this dirt is a different color than this dirt. We want to kind of just create a little something, Go back in with our circle, just kind of bring everything together. This lot just has terrain paint that's coming around all four sides. I'm really just trying to play into it. And with the terrain paint, I'm getting to kind of take up more space. I thought about putting my own pond in here, but I really like the look of the fountain. If I were to put my own pond in here, it could allow me to take up more lot space. So the thought was there. Let's go ahead and put some terrain paint around the buildings and get this kind of squared away. Because next on the agenda will be actual landscaping with flowers. We're definitely going to add in some jacarandas trees. Sorry if I butcher the name, but I definitely think that we need a little bit of what's in the area. And then there's also some hawthorn trees kind of around. And I don't mean to, but I tend to put the trees in the corners because I don't want to take up space where you can't see the build, especially in the gallery, which is so just, you only get these pictures that they choose for you, you know? So I want to make sure you can see everything. I'm going in with some more terrain paint and trying to just add a little variant to what we have. See if I can just add a little extra. It's getting a little too dark. All right, now it's going to be time for flowers. And we're going to go for the quintessential, like, overgrown look. We're going to use these low-lying flowers and just see what I can create with them. Now, this is a lot. It's low-lying flowers, literally just following all the different trails. It's a lot. I know it's a lot, but I think it's going to look real gorgeous when we continue adding in. So let's keep going. All right. So I've used a lot of different flowers and shrubbery. Now I'm filling in areas with the oopsie daisies because it's a lot. I know it's a lot. I love it. And I'm going to continue filling in a little bit of this space. I just want the ground to be covered in flowers. It's not too crazy to think that this chapel would have people come in and do this extravagant landscaping because this is just the place you want to be to get married. Adding in these hydrangeas everywhere because they're really gorgeous. They have a nice shape to them. I don't always get to use them because sometimes I feel like they're a little too big for some things. But they really work in this area to just add in gorgeous greenery. I love the lavender. I use it all the time. The lovely lavender bush and the lovely lavender hedge. I think it's gorgeous. I used the hedgerows around the chapel and around the little banquet area. It can be a little redundant, but what helps is when you twist them around, it creates a little bit of a different shape. Still redundant. It is what it is, but I think that they look really pretty. Let's get in here, add some more flowers. This area I've been keeping kind of open because in the gallery picture, if I put a tree here, it's going to obstruct the fountain. So I'm just trying to think of what would look really nice right there. All right, we're going to do two more things. We're going to go ahead and add more terrain paint around the landscaping. And then we're going to get these stones from Debug. So let's do a little bit of the terrain paint just softly. It doesn't have to be crazy intense. Just add a little edging around everything. I have added some rocks because there are some rocks in the world. Granted, they're a little smaller, but I like the way that they take up space being a little bit bigger. And it stands with reason that there would be large stones in the world, because there definitely are large stones in the world. All right, let's get into debug. So BB show live edit objects, and I have way too many E's in there. Let me fix that. And then BB dot show hidden objects. Get out of our cheats menu. And with that, I want to just filter by base game. And we're going to type debug. Now we're going to find these stones and continue on what they've already started. All right. And you'll see some palm trees and then these little green plots, grass plots. Then here they are. There's 3 different ones, and we're going to just alternate. We're going to twist and turn them just a little bit, creating variation in them because they can be a little repetitive. We're gonna come over here, and that's one. Listen, there's this big building behind me, and it wants to push me up in the air when I'm using all the buttons. I was originally just trying to go in here and set them down and not alt place them, but I feel like they just might need a little bit of alt placing because that's too close, that's too far away. So if we kind of just go in here, bring them a little closer to each other, I think it will really help. Okay, so that was the last stone. Like I said, it can be a little repetitive, but I think it adds a great effect, brings in the world, right? They've got these stone pathways all around. Mine definitely look a little different. Mine are a little brighter, but I think the effect is there nonetheless. I actually really love the way it turns out. We're going to get in here. You'll see how it looks in live mode, where the windows aren't clipping that way. But this is my beautiful chapel. I think it's so pretty, and I had a lot of fun doing it, even with the little mishap that happened. I think it's gorgeous and definitely a place that, I'd get married here. It's so pretty. Let's go ahead and jump into screenshots to get you the full effect of this chapel. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep coming back for more. If you like this build, you can have it for yourself. It will be play tested and on the gallery under my EA ID, which is katxthrash, just like the name here on YouTube. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Also, that was so scary. I pressed save and it saved for about 2 minutes, which is like 2 minutes too long. I thought I was about to lose all of this. Thankfully, I didn't. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Bye.